Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Slay the Spire. Ignore that run. Failed Ascension run. I got too big for my britches, thought I knew what I was doing. It's a Brewmaster Hoarder run, huh? Now, I don't want to go off on a rant here. I don't want to be a negative dude. Brewmaster Hoarder, these should be mutually exclusive or extremely rare to come across together. Because they just completely dominate, like, the way that the tone and the flavor of the run. When you have a 25-card deck and 2/3 of the card are alchemizes. Anyway, binary is not that bad. We can still have fun with today's daily. Of course, I don't want to, oh, this is an outrage. I can't believe they would do this. But simultaneously, I'm like, this is an outrage. I can't believe they would do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can get 3 on this path. Let's give it a go. I do think, I was reading the Slay the Spire subreddit. I think some people don't evaluate potions as highly as I do. I don't necessarily think that potions are always good. Of course not. They're very situational. Absolutely. But simultaneously, you know, especially if you can get those alchemizes to cost 0, they're pretty likely to do some good stuff for you, I think, at least. Unfortunately, that is not proving to be the case right now. So pop this. I don't know, maybe we should have just attacked on that one. These guys are going to start to get strong. This dude's got 6 strength up already. So focus on you. Focus on you. Take this. Alright, so now you got 10 block out of that. More thorns. It's a little ridiculous. Okay, more thorns. And then, you know, I'd prefer to take 0 if possible. This is a very weird start. Might as well play, pardon me, play 1. Got through it. I would say Blur. Blur allows us to take advantage of things like, you know, if we get a block potion, for example, we can play Blur and roll it over. Now, this guy doesn't debuff us at all, so I actually think that that's the play, weirdly enough. Alright, it's a little weird. We gotta start hitting him at some point. We don't have to worry about block at all right now. Oh my god. Maybe this is truly terrible. I have not decided yet. 2 blurs. Right, because of Hoarder, which is actually fine, but, you know, it maybe wouldn't be my first priority. Just like a single fire potion or something like that. I actually think we will take Storm of Steel. And then again, I prefer to take 0 damage if possible. So we'll do something like this. It's only going to be 16 damage. It's like 16 damage more than we've been able to do in the past, though. This guy is getting way too strong. And he's doing 9 damage. Hits you with the plated armor. Hits you with more thorns, I suppose. I'm just waiting for, like, my first fire potion ever. At least he's taking 6 damage from hitting us. But this is, like, the slowest Brewmaster Alchemized run I've ever had in my life. So far. More attacks seems like an appropriate thing. Remove, transform, upgrade. We will always, like, I don't mind the Alchemizes. It just means we don't want to take Sozu eventually. Receiver relic become cursed. It's too risky to become cursed so early, I think. Let's try this free alchemize regen potion that thankfully we do not need right now. Alright, we want to kill an enemy if possible. Blur is also really, really good here. I mean, if we play 2 blurs, all of a sudden we got 7 block for next turn as well. Yeah, I don't dislike this. It's just the only reason, and I think it's like the #1 thing that the community gets annoyed about in Slay the Spire is this exact daily, to be honest with you. Is any combination of Brewmaster and Hoarder. They're very cool when they're by themselves. We don't need that, probably. Hopefully. They're very cool when they're by themselves, but when they're with each other, it's just a toxic combination, you know? It's like Kid Rock, Pamela Anderson. I don't know anything about celebrity gossip, to be fair. Okay, backstab is going to help us out a ton. I think I can finally stop complaining. Because now we start with 3 backstabs. And you know what? We should pop one of these just in case. Free Envenom is pretty okay, I think. 40 damage is really like 48 damage first turn is really good. So you're doing 18. Gambler's Brew. Start here. Infinite Blades is pretty unnecessary. This guy doesn't do multiple attacks, so I gotta think now. How do we want to handle this? We got 4 block. We can go up to 11 block. Yeah, that's acceptable. Obviously, we do want to hit him as well, but... There you go. 13, 10 here. Okay, so I think we'll pop Alchemize. Now we can play everything, and we actually will burn the energy potion just to play this. I think the value's there. Now this turn we want to go Buck Wild. So I actually think, like, Dagger Throw's a good call. You drop Alchemize, strike, strike. Yeah. So he's going to be at 26 life with 4 poison. Still unkillable in 1 turn, in all likelihood. Let's pop this Intangibility. Smack him around a little bit. And hope to get a Fire Potion, which did not happen. Apparently Fire Potions and Explosion Potions just don't exist anymore. Which is unfortunate because we really, really would like that raw damage. Alright, there we go. He was already dead. You didn't need to use the potion, but you got a better potion anyway. I'm going to take Dagger Spray for crowd control. I really like having 1 Dagger Spray to deal with the Diamond Elite on this floor. There's an Explosion Potion. It's like a perfect be careful what you wish for. I don't really think we need Prepared in this deck right now. You know, I really think my card sense is getting a lot better. I've been doing these Ascension runs, and like I'll get to the final boss and get killed because they've been buffed 45,000 times by the fact that it's starting to be a slightly higher Ascension level. And I have like a 23 card deck or something like that. It's a dream come true. Now I don't know if we need more Dagger Sprays. That might be a little bit too much, but I'm starting to feel like I actually understand a little bit more after hundreds and hundreds of hours of playing. Like what the right valuations for cards are, and even then I just made a mistake. You should have played Defend and then Blur, even though this guy's clearly dead. Fire Potion, Omamori. I actually kind of like Poison Stab now. We're gonna stay away for the time being, though. It's a tough one. Backflip is really, really good, but it's going to preclude us from getting a single relic. I don't really think it's worth having 2 strength, but I could be wrong. Like 2 strength only on elite fights. Like I'd much rather have 1 strength on every fight than 2 on elite, I think. So I'll spend 120 gold for a chance to get more good stuff in the future. I guess that does mean that we can take this, absolutely. So yeah, let's add some backflips. I'm okay with that. We do need blocks, probably. This is the whole reason we added Dagger Sprays to begin with, so hopefully we can make this work. You know what? I actually think... No, don't deviate. You should attack the one on the right first. No Dagger Spray. So we'll get you. It's unnecessary to do this right now, but just for my own nefarious reasons, i.e. clearing a slot, I think this is worth it. We get this guy on this turn. And I don't really... I mean, I guess we could play a Blur. In fact, now we'll play 2 Blurs. Roll 10 block over. Which means we can't be hit and we can just focus on doing damage. Or playing potions that may be useful. Doesn't really matter. Alright, I mean, we're looking alright, obviously. It's not a bad situation for us at this point. Tough Bandages is fairly irrelevant. Smoke Bomb is maybe my pick for, like, worst potion in the game. You may disagree. I mean, again, they recently added 5 more Ascension levels, I think. They went from 15 to 20, which is insulting on a personal level. Because it feels like they were like, oh, NL's finally getting out of the single-digit ascensions. Obviously, I don't actually think this. This would be insane. But yeah, NL's finally getting out of the single-digit ascensions. Let's screw with them. I know that's not what's happening, but for the purposes of the joke, wouldn't it be funny if their entire motivation was just making me suffer? Steroid potion, very useful in the future, maybe not so much right now. So we would love to block as much as possible, like a blur, defend. We roll 12 block over. Actually, we roll 16 block over. Which means we don't have to block, but if we don't block, we have to do something else. Better. Okay, so now we can actually land some attacks. And I would totally hit you with the vulnerability. Dude, it gives you 3 block back. It's beautiful. Alright. So we do need to put up enough block to get through this turn. Oh, but we played blurs, I guess. So we played 2 in a row, so we get to roll over again. We need no block on this turn. Unfortunately, we definitely want attacks. Because I want to use the steroid potion. For now, dude, I genuinely, why wouldn't you? Well, there's a good reason. It's because he's not attacking next turn. Turns out the block was not that useful. I'm willing to give this a shot, although he only needs 22 to roll over. I still think we go for it. Weak potion, power potion, I'll still take it. I think we'd rather have a well-laid plans. That way we can, on turns where we can defend, or where we need to defend, we can hold our attacks, and on turns where we need to attack, we can hold our defense. We don't necessarily need to take it, but to open up a little bit of extra space, I'm gonna take it. We don't need this at all. Alright, so we've got 8 plated armor. He still goes buck wild next turn, so this is 15 block. We play one of these. We'd like to have one more. That's all we need is one more. We can still weaken him. That takes us to 15, and then this takes 3 block off. We're at 15 still, so we're way over. So we hit him one more time. We're at 12. We're good to go. Alright. We still need to defend, probably. It's all about getting the perfect, and getting the perfect is all about learning the enemy patterns. 15. So I think a blur works fine. I am stunned, by the way, at how many alchemizes are in the deck. You would think after we've gone through our deck like 4 or 5 times, well, maybe we're not quite there yet, but after we've gone through our deck a lot, you would think that we would have exhausted as many of them as possible. Apparently that's not the case. Well, we might as well keep a blur, probably. Well, no, he's doing 25 next turn. I don't know, we might actually be hit. Blur is probably still our best option, though. So discard like a defend, end turn, hold blur. Because he's going to do like 30 damage now. Yeah. But neutralize is super useful. 24 damage. We do need some kind of like block potion. Or to hit him hard enough that he gets killed. Can only put no more cards in your draw pile. Never going to happen. So we got to go for the combo, unfortunately. Yeah, we're going to take damage. That's unfortunate. We're only taking 2. But like... That's a lot of score down the drain. I feel like I'm playing the run way too slow right now, which is insane. Because it's a... It's a 13 or... Yeah, we're at 14 minutes here on the first boss, which... I mean, there was a time, if you want to think back to, like, February of this year, where, so let me think. We have 11 block. Let's do that. Where we were splitting Slay the Spire episodes into 2 parts. Like, it's a new era for these to be 1-part videos. Because they were, like, an hour and a half long each. Probably we could make do with bullet time. So I actually, like, hate ectoplasm, but I'm gonna take it anyway. I think it's the best option. But shops are so valuable in reshaping your deck. This hurts a little bit. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, no elites more. That's how the English language works, right? So, you know, it's a very recent innovation for me to feel that we're going super slowly right now, I suppose. Hey, look at this. Right off the bat, we're like, now we're good. Piercing Whale, I think I've overrated it, to be honest. When it shows up exactly at the right time, it's great. When it shows up at the wrong time, it's still pretty good, but I don't know if it's worth adding right here. A little extra energy. We do not need it. This guy should be screwed, but really after turn 1, our run gets so much worse. I'm going to throw every potion we have most of the time at these guys. I think you're already dead. Dude, I didn't realize Boot was so good with Dagger Throw until we get strength upgrades, but it is helping buff that quite a lot. Singing Bowl is actually, like, it's a common relic. As I recently learned because I've been doing these Ascension runs. It's a common relic. But it's maybe, I wouldn't say my favorite common relic, but it's up there, dude. Because if you skip cards, you can get like 20 max HP out of it easily. Like really, really easily. That's like getting all of the other health relics in the game put together. It's absurd. So we don't need 2 of these. Please. I beg you. Still gonna take 5. Either way, if we had played Caltrops, we wouldn't have... Well, we still would have taken 5. He would be dead, but he's dead anyway, so... We'll just wait for regen. It should be fine. Blade Dance is always a little tempting. I tend to... Like, I have a shell that I like for every single... character in the game. For the defect, I love playing the all-for-one deck. And then for the silent, I love playing Shiv deck. And for the Ironclad, sorry, dude, I'm just being sincere with you. The wildfires in British Columbia right now are just, like, ravaging my throat. It's outside is, like, actually like a Cheech and Chong movie. We're going to use Dagger Spray first. Yeah, we have no... maybe we do want to pop an Ancient Potion. Let's go for it. 11. Are we going to get there? 15. It's going to exactly kill him. We're still going to take some damage, of course, but it's a good start. But yeah, as the Ironclad, I love playing the Clash deck. So, like, I definitely have, like, an innate bias, or a learned bias, rather, for, like, hewing towards one specific deck archetype with each character. I'd really like you to be killed. 14, we're at 8. This would take us to 13. Yeah, let's be smart. So I'm shying away from that here, because we almost always go, I love it. Go for the Shiv build. And the thing is, it usually works pretty well. But if we don't have to do it, and something else would work even better, then why not go for that instead? Still need a little bit more attack potency in here. Like, if we could get attack relics from the elites. I'm talking, like, literally, if you want to give me Vyra for 1 strength upgrade, sign me up. If you want to give me, I mean, Duvu Doll, I will, of course, take it. It's not really what I'm looking for. I really do think Envenom, despite being expensive, is the right call. No point in removing a card from our deck, I think, when we got 48 of them. Especially with all the energy potions we seem to be getting. Absolutely. Give me another Envenom. Blur is 5 free block. For the next turn. Maybe worth going for, but... Yeah, I want more aggressive relics if possible. Duvu Doll, in theory, helps us, but... Unless you're... I shouldn't speak for anybody else. Unless I'm on a curse run, my tendency is to never play a curse build. Even though it does give you more points on dailies. Yeah, I just remembered now. It's one of those things that I tried out like 2 times and then was like, I just totally forgot about it. I mean, Phantasmal's pretty good here. Probably allows us to kill this guy. We don't need that third Envenom, I think. One energy left. Well, defends are useless, so we'll probably use a vulnerable on him next turn, and I think we'll probably kill him, is my guess, even with 7 block. All we need is some attacks. And we can always use the intangibility if things get tough. He's not quite dead yet. He is dead. Yeah, pass it. Dude, that went pretty well. Alright, so we're getting some perfects from time to time. Snecko Skull. Now you got a real, like, incentive to build poison. But not that. Even though the upgraded, well, unupgraded, it's still 12 poison. It's not terrible, obviously. You know what? I think with Snecko Skull, it changes our optics. I think we're willing to go for it. Okay. Unfortunately, all of our attacks are horrible. Except for the 3 that are already innate. So I think I would rather have a Dagger Spray. Just because... Well, I mean, it's either that or a Dagger Throw. Dagger Throw is 9 damage. Dagger Spray is 5 damage. Well, now it's 6. Why is it 6? Because I popped the Strength Potion. Literally like a second ago. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I am highly stupid. Okay, so pop this. Pop this. More poison. Should pop on 7. Because of Snecko's Skull. I'm not going to pop Intangibility for 8 damage. Not worth it. We'll just heal before the boss if we even need to. Alright. Easy money. Dude, I really do not want to lose this intangible potion. I used to think Ghost in a Jar was kind of like a B tier potion. Now that I have 1% knowledge of what I'm doing in this game, I realized I was that was terrible. I realized I was an absolute fool, an idiot, an ignoramus, a Poindexter. Just, not very good at knowing the things that you need to do for the game to get better. Get this the heck out of here. Nah. It's an incredibly good potion. Now, I wish we could probably make do with this now. I wish we had an elite fight. So I had a good excuse to use these potions, but we'll save them for the boss at this point. Because we basically get 5 great potions to use on the boss. Now I'm looking for stuff that would be great for us. I'm just going to go War Paint because we don't get to upgrade very often. And then that's going to pretty much put a cork in it. Like, we're now done with respect to our finances, which is okay. Now, we might actually, you might get your wish and we'll pop Intangible on this turn, potentially. So he's dead before he can attack. Yeah, okay. So we are going to pop in Intangible. Just to save, like 7. We'd rather be at full HP for the boss, just in case. Like, the boss fights, depending on your build, they tend to be a huge step up to the streets. He's basically dead. I don't mind this. And we only need to hit him for 4. I'd rather save potions that are good for the boss fight at this point. A skill potion is pretty valuable. And plated armor is also good, but I don't think it's good enough to mess with it. So we're not full HP, but we're close. Alright. Vulnerability is huge here. If we could also get a steroid potion out of Entropic Brew, I would be living it up. Straight up, we're going to Nightmare into a Backstab for next turn. That's really good. And rarely do I like that trinket at all. Or that card at all, I should say. And Phantasmal for the next turn as well. Just disgustingly good. We don't need to use any other potions yet, but we'll pop the Dex, because there's not really a good reason not to. Pretty good first turn, but the next turn should be even better. So right off the bat, I'll give it to you straight up. We screwed that one up pretty bad. I thought he was basically guaranteed to die. But I mean, these do cost 0. We should have... Oh, there's so much wasted potential here. He's not going to hit us anyway, but... There you go. We're still good, but we did waste a lot of the advantages that we'd gained there. Alright, now we gotta pay attention. 7, 13. So we do need some extra kind of block. That's not gonna do it. So we're probably... I mean, we're destined to take damage. We might as well get rid of this if we're gonna play Blur as well. Oh, because of the oh, wait, first off, I gave up an energy. It's been a long time since I've remembered that happening, at least. But secondarily, yo, good move. I forgot that because we discarded a card, we got 3 extra block. No snecko, no snecko. Things are gonna be rough here. Oh, he's not attacking this turn. Not that rough. We want to make Envenom free. Yeah, this will work. So we're gonna bullet time, Envenom, steroid potion. We need to make space. Power potion. I think I'd rather take an infinite blades because we have 3 Envenom right now, so it's like 7 damage turn 1. As a result of it. Oh, you are an idiot. We can't draw anymore, so there's no point in popping Snecko. Still a very, very slow turn. Our steroid potion did like 5 extra damage. Luckily, this guy, he just stalls. Like, he doesn't do anything, apparently. So it's like a dream come true for me personally. Now, draw a discard is fine. We don't really need to play bullet time here. You should probably summon. Is that that's your game plan? Okay. Dagger sprays, please. Hey, that's great news. So, now, they're doing a lot of damage. I can't deny that. We're gonna have to see how things look. I hate to pop a Snecko oil, but might be the right time. That's basically as good as it's gonna get, I think, right there. And we can easily dust 1. I don't know what we're thinking with this, but... 4 plated armor. It's something. This will make us discard, but will it also pick up a kill? It should. Yeah. Well, there goes the perfect. Still, I mean, we got him on the ropes. To an extreme degree. We're in a new era, though. We're in an era where, like, we're competing on these dailies. You know, we've had front page finishes. Well, at least when we finished. So I don't want to just, I think we can afford to do it, especially with Omamori, but, I don't want to just finish the dailies. I want to, like, destroy the bosses and hear the lamentations of their minions. So it'd be 2... We're not really worried about shops at all. Okay. Dude. See ya. I don't trust you anymore. That's what it comes down to in the end. I'm gonna pop the energy. Probably should not have. As of right now, we're gonna take damage. I will pop this intangibility. It maybe is highly, highly unnecessary. We used all of our potions turn 1. But maybe that's what we need to do, is use all of our potions turn 1 to stay ahead of the curve. Or maybe it's incorrect, I don't know. I'm gonna pop the intangibility regardless. Well... It's probably not... Like, just to save 5 damage, who cares? I don't care until we get Runic Dodecahedron. You know, life is a resource. The only HP that matters is HP 1. And then sometimes you do some... incorrect calculations, so I would say, you know, maybe like HPs 1 through 30 are pretty valuable. But then really all HP is also created equal, so we gotta reconcile that. I'm just saying it's a complicated situation. Okay, so you're not dead yet. Now you're dead. This Gambler's Brew has been, like, hampering my existence for so long. Just get out of there. I don't want you there anymore. We did not play Blur? So, yeah, let's take Doppelganger to give ourselves 0 energy. That seems like a really smart decision. Anyway, I am a fool. This is okay. Didn't need to use the explosive potion. Never mind. That was a great turn for intangibility. You know what? I'm going to level with you. And this is a real human emotion. It happens. I was reaching for my coffee. So sue me. I was like, we have nothing to worry about. It was a mistake. It won't happen again until I need some caffeine. It's never a good sign, I think, when this guy takes this long to kill. Simultaneously, basically, if we hit you with anything, you're super dead. Well, you're already super dead. I underrate Mercury Hourglass. It's been doing some good work for us. Thank you, Mercury Hourglass. Even though I say, you know, you're a low-tier relic, you don't let that get you down, and I really appreciate that. Steroid Potion turn 1 is insanely great. And we're gonna keep it going. 2 steroid potions. Well, if one's good, 2's gotta be freaking terrible. Just kidding. Did I fool you? And there we go. Hope you didn't get too accustomed to doing that much damage. This is unlikely to happen again. Dude, you know what? Maybe I should be taking more blocks. It's becoming pretty clear to me we don't have enough blocks in the deck if I keep having to pop intangibility so frequently. And we're not always going to have that opportunity, so... Especially turn 1, I guess, is when it's at its worst, but... Well, this is going to be a little finicky. 5 energy. We need the backflip just to block something. And we're going to lose almost all that block, but I would say it's worth it to start working these guys down. Yeah, it actually worked out. According to plan might be a strong way to describe it, but... Okay, we got 8 block. Pass turn. I'm surprised we got out of that as cleanly as we did. Things were looking a little spotty. Now, Bouncing Flask is particularly great. This guy's already dead. Just don't do any, like, AoE attacks and you're good. I wish you were, like, dead, though. 14 damage is what we would take from this guy, which is absurd. Okay, we can live with it. And I think we don't really have much choice but to live with it. Excuse me. There you go. Problem solving. And another fire potion in return. I don't think we need another dagger spray. It's fine, but just a little bit too much. Alright, so we'll fire potion, ancient potion, die, backstab. If we could get shuriken, just the reason I want shuriken so much, and I want it on every run, I think it's like maybe the best relic in the game that you get from elites, semi-consistently at least. Well, I don't know if it shows up semi-consistently, but I notice it every time it shows up, so let's put it that way. We have 3 innate 0-cost cards. That's the big reason. Well, okay, that somewhat surprisingly worked out for us. I'll put 6 turns of weakness on you. That doesn't bother me. We are still taking 6 damage, but it could be worse. Probably should have popped the speed potion. And we will pop the speed potion this turn. It's basically like having a free block. Well, not a particularly strong turn. But at least we're no longer frail. And our Envenom is off the chain now. So, hit ya? I don't think we're going to be able to afford to use Bouncing Flask. 21 damage. I think we take Dash just to get us into safe keeping. We'll go up another level on Envenom. I don't know, we're starting to run out of a lot of steam as we get up to these like later boss or later minion fights here. I'm feeling a little bit under the gun. So we're at 19. Okay, so we're set. We'll add 16 block. Sorry, 12 block. This is really good. This might be enough. We're like 15 shy, which means it is enough. If we get him to lethal a turn after, or the turn before he does attacking, it's basically like we killed him before he could do anything meaningful. I don't even care about the debuff because it doesn't persist. I actually think like a power potion is probably worth more than a strength potion. Let's see how we do against these elites, though. This is where things get scary, in my opinion. Power is the easy first pick, and I think Envenom is the most important. I mean, that's pretty decent. If we weaken him, that's probably enough. I would rather do that than use an intangible potion. We might not have needed to use the block potion, to be fair. Alright, we got him in a good spot, but it's really like the next turns that are most dangerous. We have enough block, which is very exciting. And after doing that, we have two choices. I think the smart choice is put as much poison on him as possible, because next turn he'll take all that damage. This turn he only takes one, but so be it. Okay. Well, not as much damage as I would hope for, but lots of blur. So we're going to be at 27 block by default. He did heal a little there, didn't he? I didn't even know this guy could heal. It's like I'm learning something new every day. Embarrassingly enough. Might as well pop a 1. Okay, I hate to do it because we're so close to having enough block, but we went intangible. Thankfully, we got another ghost in a jar anyway, but... And this turn, I mean, we don't have any attacks, so we have one attack. That actually should kill him, yeah, okay. Nothing to worry about. We'll keep the strength potion just past turn. That was a perfect elite fight, and we leave with a good suite of potions. Vulnerability turn 1 is nice. I don't think finisher's even that good. We will take the fear potion. It was very important we got past that first elite. Because we got another one coming up right away. Now, with no persistence, doesn't really matter how we choose to fight this guy. Although, actually it does. Because if we could play Envenoms and also take no damage on the turn in which we spend 2 energy on the Envenom, we're going to be very happy. Not necessary. Because that'll do so much damage to him in the future. You know, if we could stack up enough poison... I mean, this is already an attack for 5 every single turn, but if we can up that even more, we got very, very little to worry about. I think you probably just start with the straight-up bullet time here. This, you play last, because you're going to have to discard. We might as well put up block this potion. It looks like we may need it. 31. He's going to take another 8, so he's going to go down to 25. Yeah, we probably could have maybe started with the dagger throw instead. So he's only doing 5 damage already. Now he's doing no damage. I don't know if that matters at all for this. Okay, well, might as well have done it. Still gotta hit him. No question about that. He's gotta be hit. We might need to pop intangibility yet again. I would prefer not to. He's taking 22, so he's going to be doing 27. We got another elite coming right after this. Unfortunate. We handled this, you know, not as well as I would have liked. I'm a fairy in a battle, baby. We haven't added a lot of cards recently. And I'm starting to think, for a while I thought that was a feather in my cap. Now I'm starting to wonder if that was the right decision. 3 energy left. I'd really like to kill this guy. We got him. We're going to take 2 in the process. I hate to lose the perfect on the elite fight, but I think it's clear we built the wrong line today. And, you know, sometimes you just got to accept that that's going to be the way things go. So we can still draw. It's not that it matters, but I was wondering what the Ancient Potion actually blocked there. Good to know. A weird little trick that we probably will never use, but I'll never use on purpose anyway. But kind of interesting nonetheless. You know, maybe we actually want to keep the Fens and not play 3 Alchemizes, because that would be stupid. We played 1 more block than was necessary there. These minor things add up, dude. And I can't blame it all on the caffeine. And this was also a pretty weak play on my part. He's going to be able to do 9 damage just because I miscalculated the bouncing flask. I think Noxious, at this point, being upgraded is extremely good. Gremlin Horn is also... Oh, Pantograph from a question mark. Like, we just got 2 important relics. Not so much Dreamcatcher, which very rarely ends up doing anything for us, but... You know, maybe user error. It would be nice if we could make a power innate and get Envenom in hand. Even more so than Noxious Fumes. I think Envenom is like the real dream maker. It's like the exact wrong permutation that we got here. So one of them is going to live and hit us a little. And then die. This guy, I mean, you're screwed immediately after. We don't really care about Fairy in a Jar. Power is really good. Plated Armor, I used to really like. Now I think it's not that good. I'm actually totally content. Yeah, that was bad. I'm totally content to have the Weakness Potion. Gambler's Brew, I think I overrated for a long time as well. Alright, well, we got a very clear path to the boss. Who is Time Lord, right? Time Lord? No, Awakened One. We really don't play that many powers. He says as he's playing a power. This honestly might be an acceptable turn for intangibility if we can't kill this guy. Oh, we can obviously kill him. That's what I was hoping to draw, actually, was draw plus some block associated with it as well. Now we got to be careful. We need a little bit... Okay, that'll work. Every time we play this, we're going to take 12 damage. So that's about as far as we can go unless we want to burn the intangible, which I do not want to do. Great turn. Double backflips. Love to see it. Kind of wish I had the energy for the bouncing flasks, but, you know, it is what it is. Our second one is not going to get out there. We can at least dagger throw you. Love to see Survivor, to be honest with you, not just the show on CBS. Sorry, it was a little Steve Brule impersonation there, I suppose. This should get you. Yeah, you're done. Dash is just too expensive for what you get, I think. No combat. Oh, no combat, more bonuses. I love to see it. Lose all gold, gain a relic, absolutely. Now we have to rest. Pantograph will take us to full HP. Absolutely add Catalyst. Combined with Envenom, that's a great finisher for us. Just don't draw at turn 1. Okay, there it is. Skill Potion. If we had Envenom, we could play Storm of Steel. Instead, I think, like, we might as well just play Cloak and Dagger. And I think we're going to take damage right off the bat. And I also think we can't... Well, we'll see what happens with Gremlin Horn. Let's not get too morose here. We are going to take damage. I definitely do not think it's worth popping Intangibility to avoid taking damage here. I think that's a bad optic decision. That's shooting for the moon in your Saltbox Derby Racer. We can't do it. You know, we got to acknowledge this deck is probably not where we want it to be. Okay, I'll pop it here, and I know you're going to be like, that's absurd. You may well be correct, but... There we go. Now we can at least avoid take... Well, we already popped the intangibility, though, so you see the... Yeah, okay, fair enough. Alright. More Noxious, though. Should be 7 damage per turn in poison. Yeah, that's insanely great. I still, like, again, go ahead, do 13 damage to me. I do not care. Intangibility is basically about keeping us alive. I think that's where we put ourselves. Hello. Enjoy.
After you finish coffee, you should.
Thank you for that. She is right, though. But the thing is, in my head, I'm like, I'm never finished with coffee. So, when you do that, you never have to clean it. Because you always might have a little bit more coffee later. It's a nihilist approach to coffee. 16. I think, well, first off, I like Noxious getting out there. I don't think we've played any Envenoms yet, which is sad. Yeah, we haven't. If we could play some Envenoms, we'd probably be ahead of the curve here. I mean, we're not in a bad spot, but it could always be better, you know? Then no, it's good. It's a good thing. Yeah, we get to keep drawing. That's right. I can't really use it effectively, even though I learned about it, maybe like 2 fights ago. It's like if you watched a movie and you saw the bad guy's weakness, and then in the final fight, the hero was like, I just don't know, he doesn't have any weaknesses. You'd be like, were you watching the same movie? The hero would be like, sometimes I forget. When I'm looking for my coffee. Of the dirty variety. Anyway, we got him. It's really, at this point, just more like, can we do it in the optimum fashion, yes or no? Maybe yes, maybe no, I don't know. Triple his poison is pretty good. Vulnerability potion, sure, go to town. Plated armor, why not? Fire potion, I'll triple your damage. You're dead next turn in this case, which means we might as well pop intangibility. I think we're, you know, the daily is almost over. I think we're cruising for like a top 800 score, which I'm not very pleased with, but in the, you know, that's a great thing about a Wednesday or a Friday daily, or a Wednesday, well, because on Tuesday I don't get to do the daily because I stream a lot, but it gives me the opportunity to, you know, if I muck up one daily in the morning, I got another one coming that afternoon. In the end, we won. What did I say? Like I said, top 800. I was incorrect. Hello, Envirniaco. And Nitrusty Man. You beat me by 2 points. You know what? You're a fan of me. I'm a fan of you. And I could learn something to improve my score by 0.2%. We'll be back. Disappointing finish, but things happen. Excuse me, Best Boy 2015? Charlatan. That's HC Justin, but the year earlier. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.